Alright. Sort by rarity. Alright, well, tonight for the stream, we're going to be doing some Rivals Ixalan Sealed. We're doing this in preparation for the RPTQ that's coming up. This is our sealed pool as it stands right now, sorted by rarity. And yeah, we're gonna build off of this. I'm kind of excited. You can kind of see we have some high, powerful level cards here. We already have a Tezamok, we have an Atali, Legion's Landing, Tender Shoot Dryad. All of these cards are pretty good. We also have 2 Adanto Vanguards, which are very aggressive. Bishop of Rebirth. We have a Kitesail Freebooter if we want to go in black. Yeah, I mean it's looking pretty interesting. So let's try to build a deck. We have 2 Colossal Dreadmaws as well. Wow. Wow. Well, our top end seems really good. Like we have Atali, Colossal Dreadmaws, Tezamok, Tender Shoot Dryad. So I feel like this is going to come down a lot of the ways to like what colors we can support. We do have a Sailor of Means. Let's sort by CMC real quick, so we can kind of get an idea of how many 2-drops we have in each of these. So in white, we have 2 Martyr of Dusk and 2 Adanto Vanguards. And we also have a Pride of Conquerors. So we've kind of got some like really aggressive white going on. We've got Legion's Landings, Adanto Vanguards, Martyrs. We've got a Sky Marcher. But in the 3-drop slot, our white is pretty shallow. We've got 2 Divine Verdicts, a Pious Interdiction. So our white actually seems fairly strong. We have a Shining Aerosaur, which is the 3/4 flyer. It's not quite the 2/5 flyer for 5, but it's definitely playable. Bishop of Rebirth, as I mentioned, is an okay card. I don't know, it's interesting. Black has Dinosaur Hunter, Dust Legion Zealot, Kitesail Freebooter in its 2-drop slot, so we can like kind of go a little heavier up the curve. Gruesome Fate is bad. Golden Demise is pretty bad. Fathom Fleet. So our black's actually kind of weak. And we have a Tezamok that it looks like we're not going to be able to play. It's double black. It's going to be hard to splash for. And I'm not sure it's going to get us there. In green, we have a Hatchling, a Deeproot Warrior, a Stalker, and a Diviner in our 2-drop slot, which seems pretty good. But again, we have 0 3-drops. We do have a Forerunner, the Herald, which is the one that goes and gets a Merfolk, but I'm not seeing any amazing Merfolks at the moment. So we have a Tender Shoot Dryad, 2 Colossal Dreadmaws on the top end for green. We have a Hunt the Week. I don't know. I'm not overly impressed there either. So in red, we've got a Nest Robber, which isn't really great. We have a Sun-Colored Raptor, which also isn't all that great. We do have a Sea Red and a Buccaneer's Bravado. Sea Red on something like a Adanto Vanguard could be quite strong. In the 3-drop slot, we have Frilled Death Spitter. I think Swaggering Corsair is just okay, but if we're really aggressive, I would probably be okay playing it. Stormfleet Sprinter is very good. Whoops. Where did that card go? How do I unhide cards? No, I want to unhide. How do I unhide a card? All right. Anyone know how to unhide a card? Okay. Well, I got it to show up. Alright, so Stormfleet Sprinter is a pretty decent card in red and blue. But I think our white might be the strongest. Man, this is really tough. I really do hate building decks. So, Daring Saboteur is like a very medium 2-drop. Sea Legs is meh. Fanatical Firebrand's really okay. Prying Blade's like meh. We could go... I feel like we're a red-white deck. But our top end just seems... I don't know. Pretty unappealing to me. So we could be white-blue with a splash of red for Stormfleet Sprinter. We have a... We have a Water Tap Weaver. We have a Secrets of the Golden City. We have a Water Knot. We have a Deadeye Rig Hauler. Maybe we're red-white? Splashing blue? White-red allows us to play a Tali, though, but I don't know. That's high up on the curve. I don't think, based on... So, the way our bombs... the way our bombs all line up, they're like in colors that we can't really support in the 3-drop slot. I mean, we could be green-white. I hate that we can't really smash Atali or Tezamok. I feel like given we have these Adanto Vanguards, we should be playing them. I mean, they're just very, very good cards. So I'm going to start putting this together. So let's sort by color. So in white, we'd play Legion's Landing. We'd probably play some number of the 1-drops. Play these. Play these. We'd play this. Emissary's good. Sky Marcher's good. Divine Verdicts are good. Pious is good. Shining Aerosar is good. And I think we can even play Bishop of Rebirth without any problem. So like, this is 16 cards in white with a pretty decent curve. So the next thing just comes down to like, what are we playing? What's our support color? If it's red, we get like Firebrand, Buccaneer's Bravado, Sea Red, Nest Robber. And then we can play... I hate that this is a 2/2 for 3 unless you've attacked. I really dislike that. So like Frilled Death Spitter's definitely in. Unfriendly Fire would probably get played, and like I just don't know if we would play Atali or not. It doesn't necessarily seem like we would. But I would want like 2 more cards for this deck. I mean, Adanto Vanguard's definitely an aggressive creature, so I feel like that's something that should be the way we're leaning. So since we're kind of going aggressive, I don't think we care about any of this top end. I mean, Itali's good, and it's probably good enough to play. So the question becomes, is Swaggering Corsair better, or Frenzied Raptor better, or do we play a single island for this Stormfleet Sprinter? This card's actually pretty good, right? So we can play like these two tap lands, one island. So like this is kind of where I'm leaning. I just don't know if this Stormfleet Sprinter is worth it. Like, it can't be blocked, so it's just an insane finisher. I'm not sure. See here. I feel like I should be Jund. Why do you feel like I should be Jund? I feel like my best removal's in white. Yeah, but like the bomb, I mean, I have more than 3, right? I have like 4 6-drop bombs. Yeah, it's the Saproling Dryad. So, if I'm in Jund, I need 3 drops. I don't know, man. Like, I have no removal. I have this Hunt the Week. I feel like my white is so much stronger than these cards. Like, all these 2-drops are fine. Yeah. Yeah, I forgot about fire. I just don't see... I don't see anything else in these colors that I want. Like I'm a triple color deck, and then none of the rest of this really speaks to me. I mean, that doesn't really help. It doesn't help me get to this stuff, though. Yeah, it's a playable, but it doesn't like look at my curve right now. Like, I play a bunch of 2-drops. I have these crappy 3-drops, and then like a Hunt the Weak and an Unfriendly Fire. And like this Crushing Canopy could just be dead. It could be like a dead draw in the early game that just doesn't help me transition to the late game, and then I'm just like stuck. Like, sadly, my Forerunner can't even go get a... Like, I would play the Forerunner if it could go get something worthwhile, but it can't. I mean, I guess I would play Brazen Freebooter, right? Like, it adds a treasure to the battlefield. Right, but that doesn't matter if I just like beat them on turn 5 with the other deck. I guess I would play Gleaming Barrier, since like I kind of want to ramp into these big things. I could also like potentially play Prying Blade. Like, maybe? No Blade, 18 lands. Yeah, okay, I can get behind that. I think Blade with Freebooter and Hatchling's pretty decent though. I think there's a Teamer deck as well. Definitely a teamer deck, right? If you open Tezzeret, you're playing, or Tezzamok, you're playing it. Sure, like you do you, man. But if like the rest of the deck doesn't support it, and you're just relying on a 6-drop to win you the game, and you get run over, it's gonna suck. Like he's beatable. We beat him last Thursday. Like, I think Teamer can play him, potentially. Wait, I forgot a card. Brazen Freebooter should be in the deck. Like I'm kind of into this. I just don't know if it's as good. I think you only want double red or double blue, not both. We only have one double red card, which is the Tali, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4 ways to make treasure. So I feel like this should be an island. I'm not sure what deck I like both best though. I don't think the Jund deck is good enough. I think the red-white deck is probably the best deck. But I think the Teamer deck's the most powerful deck. Oh boy. I think I'm testing this Temur deck. Wait. How does this work? Is it gonna load this? Or is it gonna load this? Shit, now I don't know. This was the primary. I'm asking Billy since he does a lot of sealed, just to make sure that we don't screw ourselves. Billy said whichever one I have highlighted is the one it'll load. Think we're gonna go with Temur? This is kind of insane, actually. With 4 ways to generate treasure, I feel like I'm on the Temur plan. I don't know, man. The curve on this deck just seems really good, though. I have a lot of tricks. I have a lot of removal. I feel like this is close. Billy's gonna look and give some feedback real quick before we go live. I don't know if I don't have enough merfolks to like make Crashing Tide worth it. Maybe I'm supposed to play Expel though. Expel might be better than Daring Saboteur. Probably not. Crashing Tide might be better than Crushing Canopy. That's the thing, is I don't know what I would normally play. I don't play enough sealed. I know that I would have built this deck and been, you know, comfortable with it, and then I would have looked at the Temur deck and tried to build that too. Is my Moto now gonna crash? I think my Moto's about to crash. Oh, no. Like, I would have built both of these decks at a sealed. I probably wouldn't have played this one because it's not going to be as consistent. And if I'm going to play 7 to 8 rounds of sealed, I want my deck to be as consistent as possible. Because if I'm in a 4-round PPTQ, I want my deck to be doing the most powerful things because I just need to win like 3 or 4 matches. But if I'm in an 8-round event, I want my deck to perform every time I sit down with it. Because if it fails to function even twice, I'm probably out of top 8. Like, that's my fear with this deck. Is that we might test 5 rounds and it might work 4 of the rounds and sway me into this kind of strategy, and then, you know, and then I like fail to RPTQ because I try to do something similar. I don't know. I got a little bit of time though. I mean, the pool is definitely pretty insane. Like, 4-color decks usually are good if you can support them. I wish we had like a second Evolving Wild or like another piece of mana fixing. It's kind of insane. Alright, I'm gonna try Temur. We can always board into like red-white based on our matchup. Billy said, Billy's exact words were, "Goodness, what a deep pool." So, I'm pretty sure this pool is a little, like, there's something there. It's just gonna be difficult to build. There's a Tali right on time. I think I'm just in for the long haul of not dying. I'm gonna start to draw 4 mana red spells now, though. Yeah, this is pretty good. Man, if we didn't draw a single spell between 1 and 5, that's insane. Hello, 2-drop. Well, that was a really good trade for me. Ooh, a sailor of memes. So this gets us a red mana. All right, our opponent just can't beat the Dryad. So one deck that Billy said we should try is building white-black splashing only Dryad, which is actually an interesting decision. So we're gonna play this deck, then we're gonna build the white-black deck, and we're just gonna see what it looks like. But I mean, we're up a game against our opponent, so that's good. Crushing Canopy was actually quite good. I think the early white in our deck though is so strong. So I definitely think, I don't know. Maybe I tried to be too aggressive with the white. Like, we had 16 white playables. So I guess if we're like white black, we don't need much out of the black, and then the Dryad we can just splash with our Evolving Wilds. That actually makes a lot of sense. But Colossal Dreadmaw is insane, I'll admit. Huh. I kind of like this hand, and I also kind of want to get a blue source with it. But like, we don't do anything and we're on the draw. I'm gonna mulligan. This is a much better hand. Need to find a mountain. Hello, mountain. White-black seemed half aggro, half control. I mean, if you aggro them out and then control their board, like, you're... that's pretty good, right? Like... I'm gonna put this into the graveyard. The fact that we didn't hit a land here is actually, like, really good for us, because now we just get the block. My deck's gonna win the long game, so I'm just gonna sit behind my creatures until next turn. If we don't draw anything, I'll play the Sprinter. completely fine with him using a verdict there. It's pretty good. So we need to find Unfriendly Fire now? Or just another creature? Prosperous Pirates also trades with this pretty reliably. I don't think I can attack next turn now, though. Well, no, I guess I attack one more turn, right? I guess we see what he plays. Jungle Creeper. Yeah. Like, if he removes this, I can't beat it anyway, so might as well try not to. Now I can destroy the Mark of the Vampire if he ever attacks. And if he draws the 3/3 flyer, I can just like kill the creature outright. That just offers a double block, right? Like he just double blocks and then he gains a billion and then he returns his Jungle Creeper. Gleaming Barrier doesn't do anything really. Guess I can attack with one this turn now. Definitely flooded a bit. So the question is, do I care about this 5 life? This is dead regardless. So I think I'm just gonna let him gain his 5. Pass priority, and that way, because I know he showed me the white flyer, that way I can protect against that. This also protects against like luminous bonds on my Dreadmaw. Sure. Dinosaur Hunter. That's a pretty good one. Alright, deck. I need you to not draw lands anymore. Really can't attack now either. Because like he just cracks back for 5. No, now I have to trade the fleet. I need to draw my Dryad. It's not bad. It's not really good either, though. Guess I could just. Yeah. See, again, if I tap this, I'm just not in a. I'm not in a good position. Doesn't really matter what I tap. Like, if he attacks with Dinosaur Hunter, I want to actively trade. This means next turn I can attack, and I don't have to worry about this blocking if I draw something relevant. I don't think attacking is worthwhile. Four, 8, 10, 11 lands. So we have 7 lands in our deck, 21 cards, so 1 in every 3. Hunt the Week. It's pretty good. This is a 3/2. Yeah, it's not really anything. I'm doing this because I'm hoping we're going to draw a spell that we can cast. Damn it. Still think I attack. Got a Divine Verdict. Oh no, yeah, that's fine. Forgot about that. Yeah. blocks pretty well, right? So now I can just block the jungle creeper and start eating things. Love to draw Secrets of the Golden City or whatever it's called. That'd be good. Tezamoc's not particularly good. I actually don't think Tezamoc's very good in this deck. Like, the ability to reveal one creature a turn is not going to be very good. Kind of only want to go to 4. Okay. Alright, so let's build. Let's build black-white. So we know we want Dryad, Tezamoc. Revenant's an okay card, not great. Dinosaur Hunter, Legion Zealot, Freebooter all in. And then we'd want Skittering Heartstopper is probably okay given the style of the deck. I don't know. It's so odd with Vanguard. Could also just run 18 lands again. I'm not like sold on this card either. I guess Tormentor's fine given our early aggression. Right, but the mana supports the Tezamoc better. I think that's Billy's argument. think this is something like this is probably fine. Border over Tormentor. Oh, yeah, okay. Okay, you did like the Heartstopper? That actually makes sense. Okay. Yeah, I was torn on that. Like, my instinct was yes, but I wasn't sure. Three drop slot is like a little weak though. I guess that doesn't really matter because you're trying to play like 2/2s on 4 anyway. I don't know. I don't know if I want to play this or if I want to play the Temur deck. I mean, these Colossal Dreadmods are just so good. I hate to just like throw them by the wayside. And so is Adanto Vanguard, don't get me wrong. Alright, let's try this black-white deck, see how it goes. And then we'll play, if we lose, we'll go back to Temur. Yeah, I mean, I feel like the Temur deck's also pretty good, though. Like, it doesn't necessarily look like it when you look at it. But, like, I feel like we have enough to, like, get us to the late game and start casting our huge spells. I mean, I think our white is insane. It's just that, like, our biggest bombs are in green and black. Yeah, I think the problem with base green black is like, look at the 3-drop slot. It's like Deadeye Tormentor and Fathom Fleet Border and a Crushing Canopy. And like, you could go Relic potentially, right? Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, we have 4 ways to produce treasure in the deck. So like, this hand's fine. Just need to draw a 3rd land. The only thing that sucks about the Adanto Vanguard is you can't ever pass priority. Just put Golden Demise in my deck? Yeah, I guess that's a fair thought. Sure. I've been water knotted. Draw land. Draw. Oh. He has a Daring Buccaneer. Yeah, that's not it. Here I'm going to wrap a white pump spell. Surprised he made that attack, to be honest with you. Alright, hoping to hit a land off this Emissary. I think I take 5 here and just like Pious this next turn. You could play the Flash Flyer, but we could divine it. Sure. He should have done that in response, I think. That way I didn't gain 2 life. Whatever. Like to draw a land next turn so I can have black open for this and play bishop. Otherwise, I think I can't cast anything next turn. All right, that's good. Sure. So like that lightning strike did absolutely nothing, because I'm just gonna, unless he kills this bishop, I'm just gonna attack with the bishop and get that back. And I'm just gonna take this opportunity to chump because I can get this back too if I need to. And like, what's sick here is I can attack with bishop. I have Divine Verdict for like this freebooter, which doesn't kill it. And this has Vigilance. I don't have 3 creatures I can attack with, so I don't think I need to do this pre-combat. Let's get back a Heartstopper. I could have also done the Emissary. Maybe the Emissary was better. I don't know. The Heartstopper, I think, just like threatens to no matter what trade. Unless he gives it first strike. This also allows me to... like give it Death Touch, and then if he goes for like a first strike spell, I can Divine Verdict. So like this kind of, I don't know. But the Emissary, I guess, already has first strike. So either way, it like forces my opponent to do something. Yeah, I should have thought about it more and done Emissary. Like, I guess this is actually turns out to be better because now he just attacks with this and I get to trade, and then I get to attack with the bishop and get it back anyway. So like this actually was probably the right choice, because if I get Emissary there, it like can't block the 5/3 reliably. You know what I mean? I definitely think our white cards are just insane. I think our white pool is nuts. Should I bring in Golden Demise in place of this Revenant? I feel like I should. I'm gonna. Just because he's like pirates. I mean, it kills a lot of my own stuff too, but ideally I'm like 2 for wanting him. Huh. Well, I'm gonna keep. And like, I don't really care if Dusk Legion Zealot dies, obviously. Okay. It's a flyer. He switched to a blue-green deck, right? Like he was black-red before. Now he's a blue-green flyer deck. This card's actually, like, annoying. Alright, he missed a land drop. I don't know if this is right, and this might be really aggressive, but I'm doing it. Like, our opponent missed land drops. We have this Aerosaur and Divine Verdict. And yes, he has a Whiptail, but we just get to, like, play Aerosaur this turn, attack next turn, kill the Grazing Whiptail. You don't like that play? It's really surprising me that you don't like that play, given he's missing land drops. Next time, snap the Marauder. Snap the Marauder. I'm not sure what you mean, Billy. Oh, is next snap the Divine Verdict? Is that what you meant? I can't use the trick because he makes my guy not be able to fly. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure what we're talking about. I could see, like, maybe you're saying Divine Verdict on the 2-1? Oh, okay. Okay. Divine Verdict, the 2-1, play Aerosaur. Sure, and then I can demise later. Alright. The only reason I went with that line, though, is, like, none of his creatures died to demise other than those two. He had a 2/5 and a 3/4 in his hand. Well, I certainly like that. Am I supposed to play around Lightning Strike here? Like, I can just play Legion's Landing and have a Vampire? if I play Fathom Fleet and he lightning strikes it, I'm gonna be really sad. Given that we don't have a 4-drop in our hand right now, I'm gonna make this play. Next turn I can Fathom Fleet with Moment of Triumph up. Like, if he didn't keep a hand with a 2-drop, you know, I'm curious what's in his hand. It's really passive. Sure, but it is sealed, right? We've opened a lot of packs. Alright, he didn't have it. Oh, that's fair, Billy. I didn't think that it was Ixalan. I forgot it was Ixalan. Hey, 1-mana tricks are insane. And this is why, like, I leaned red-white. Like, we're beating our opponents with these white cards. Oh, right, I'm supposed to put in Golden Demise, right? And take out the Revenant. Yeah. Yeah. I just think we get a lot of tempo if they do have Lightning Strike there, and you know, they're either forced to use it on a vampire or they don't cast it at all. It's a good start from our opponent. Doesn't really matter what I played there, right? Other than I can chump now if I want to. But I probably don't, because by chumping I get a 1/1. And then my blocks next turn are real bad. See, this is where I don't know what... Yeah, this is where I don't know what my turn 4 play is. Is it like Divine Verdict? Or is it gonna... I feel like it has to be Divine Verdict because I need to get this Hammer Skull off the field. But like, am I chumping this turn? Or am I just like taking 5? I guess I have like 2 lifelink here, right? So this is being punished, right? Like I'm punished for that? Need to draw a swamp pretty badly. I think I'm okay chumping again. I don't really want to take 7. If I can get to a land, my Dryad starts to go off. If I draw a swamp, I can double spell. I don't really care too much about that. I think playing 2 spells here is better. And then I'll actually have a send with the Dryad if he doesn't attack. Can't really beat a trick, right? I think I let the Vanguard die. I don't want to take 8. Divine Verdict, yeah. Six months in a row. Brad Selkin, thank you so much, man. I love you. Need to deal with this. I need my pious interdiction. Is that what it's called? Three. Given how fast he's attacking, I'm assuming he's got an unfriendly fire. Nope. Come on. Wow. 2, 3. So I gained 3 and go to 7. I'm like alive right now. Holy shit. I can't really beat a trick though. I can't beat a removal spell on my lifelink vampire. Got another Divine Verdict? Yeah. Okay. Well, I could have drawn Moment of... Or I could have drawn Golden Demise as well, but I would have killed my own... Could have drawn Tezamok. No, I couldn't draw Tezamok, right? I only had 1 black. Which means I also couldn't draw Golden Demise as an out. I'm gonna keep the double Adanto Vanguard hand. Yeah, Brad, I am. My pool's nuts. I just... Like, I feel like we've built the best deck, but I don't know. I could be wrong. It does not block very well. It looks like our opponent missed a land drop. Can't tell if I'm lagging or Moto's lagging or my opponent's lagging, but something feels really slow and sluggish. Now my opponent's like, second one? Are you serious? That's what I would be saying if I was opponent. I would be like, this is bullshit. He has two of these things. Well, I got a third land. I'm probably just playing two spells this turn rather than the Emissary. But we're going to see how he blocks first. He's a Pride of Conquerors. I mean, the Sun-Crested Petrodon. He must have just not played a land onto. It's the only thing I can think of. So I need to be able to answer the Sun-Crested Petrodon, essentially. And we're golden. Takes 4 down to 7. Come on, non-land. Dang. Really wanted a counter there. Ooh, he didn't play the 2-5. Interesting. I think I'm attacking with everything, right? Because like he blocks 3 things. If he blocks like this, this, and this, he takes 7. So he has to block one of these, which means at least one of his things is dying. I guess. If I just block with these, he has to block. But then he just blocks Shining Erisar. So I feel like I can attack with these 2. So then he blocks like Thrash of Raptors on Martyr of Dust, Shining Erisar on the Emissary, and then Frenzied Raptor on like the Heartstopper or the Vanguard. And then he gets to eat 2 of my things, but I get a 1/1 left over. If I attack with a Freebooter 2, like he can cast this card. So here he eats here and here and blocks here, and he takes 3, 5, 6 to 1. So blocks here and here. This gets through, this gets through, this gets through, and he goes to 1. This lives, and then I have 4, 5 creatures attacking next turn, and only have 3 blockers. Deal. You can block here and here and go to 2, but it's basically the same scenario where I'm gonna kill one of these. Like this 4/2 is dying. So Leanna has 2 cards. We know one's a 5-drop. So yeah, like this is, we have lethal. Like even if these 2 get through, he's dead. Alright, 3-0 to start. I should stream the RPTQ on delay. Nah, I don't think I'm gonna do that. Because even on delay, they can understand your pool. I might record it and then put it up after. I believe I could do that. Unfortunately for me, I've used all of my luck. All right, Reed Duke, never mulligan. Reed Duke, never mulligan. It's pretty good against me. I feel like ping this attack is not outside of the question. What do we got here? Hunt the Week? Needletooth Raptor. It's a little scary. Do I interdiction that? I feel like it's really risky to interdiction that. Thing is, if he attacks with it, like, I just don't block. And if he fights with it, interdiction isn't going to do anything anyway. So I feel like I am not supposed to interdiction. It's really gross though if he like fights this, because I can't pump it. I have to pump it to kill it, and then he gets to kill my Fathom Feet border and then ping my vampire. So like the interdiction I feel like is like really risky. I actually think the double striker's the scariest thing right now. He has 8. If he goes like land creature, he's got to send double strike. Yeah, that's not bad either. I mean, that's a thing you can do. Trade your Firebrand for my 3/3. And then, what is this? Shake the foundations. Wow. Haha! How you like me now? He has blue. I think I block here and use my moment of triumph. No, I don't do that, right? So this is 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll have 1 extra land. So I'm just taking 6. Do I kill the Swashbuckler? Probably not. Hopefully it doesn't have the Flash Dinosaur. I was a little scared. Colossal Dreadmont is a thing. Ooh. I'm gonna wait on that one. I just don't want this to get hunted, basically. If he like hunts the weak on my, or I guess he can't, but I can block. Next turn I'll be able to block and have a trick. I feel ahead on board. I don't feel like I need to pressure my advantage too much. Three, 6, 9, 10. This has 2 damage on it. Yeah, it won't live. That's fine. And now I can block with the Dust Legion Zealot and threaten to get it back every turn. Again, I want to be able to beat Bombard and Unfriendly Fire with the Pride of Conquerors on my Bishop. Yep. I think that would be a waste of a trick for this. Need to find what, like Divine Verdict now? Let's see, if I attack in Pump, that gets +2/+2, it'll be a 5/6. He's gonna block everything on it. I get back a Martyr of Dusk. Seems loose. It's better off to just find a Divine Verdict. Dryad would be really good as well. Can't really attack with a Revenant because of this Archer. Definitely boarding it out now that I've seen it. That's like terrible trade. He has 3 blockers. Let's say like double blocks here and blocks here. So like I kill the Courser, I get in for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 14 damage, plus I kill the Archer and the Courser, and if he double blocks, alright, I'm going in. Going in. Alright, my opponent just had nothing. Discarded a forest. Draw 2, create 2 colorless, or 2 treasures. That's actually pretty good. Shell's playing Hearthstone. Like, we didn't even have an aggressive draw. We probably would have lost if it wasn't for Tezamok, to be honest, though. Alright, Reed Duke. I think I have to mulligan this one. And this one too. Oh yeah, I did. Probably not in this matchup though, to be honest with you. I'll draw a land, right? Stupid Firebrand. This thing gets in for like 3 damages. 3. He probably has the red, white, brazen, unblockable guy. Be my guess. Do I block? I feel like I just block. I want to make his Needletooth Raptors worse. That one's tough. Like, he can ping it at any time. He can make like if I attack and he blocks and then he pings it, I end up having to take 4. So yeah, I think I just... Alright, planes. I'm in the market to take damage. Like, if I block here, I get to 2 for 1. Like, not unhappy with that. Oh, it's so gross. Such a good combo. I really hope he doesn't play the deal 1 damage to all things. That's a lot of damage I'll be taking. No blocks. We are winning the race right now. Okay. That's fine. I probably should have played the forest there. I guess he's not playing discard. Never mind. I can't remember if we showed it last game or not. Raging Registrar scares me though. These Adanto Vanguards. Need like Divine Verdict. I need Pump. Oh, no, nope. Okay. I was like, no attacks? What? Wow. What is this trick that's coming? If it's Flash Dino, we just get crushed. Oh, I didn't know this was instant. Yeah. So I have to let 1 die? Otherwise I die on the crackback. I don't want to auto yield to that. Shake the foundations is an instant. I need to remember that. Unfortunately, we haven't drawn many spells. We did have to mulligan to 5. We mulligan to 5. Yeah, I'm gonna bring in Golden Demise. I'm gonna get rid of I'm gonna get rid of this Revenant, I think. Need a swamp, but the rest of our hand's pretty good. This was a really bad draw. Maybe that attack's bad. But I feel like if I'm holding back, there's a problem. Yeah, that's pretty good. Looking to Divine Verdict here. Not playing the forest because I want our opponent to essentially think that we're color screwed, which we kind of are, but it's not like that terrible. Okay. Well, I'm attacking. Have to bluff. Even if you don't have it, I think you bluff here. Another Plains. That's gross. Yeah, I like that attack a lot too. And I think if you're making that attack, you need to do it swiftly. Like, you can't sit and wait. You just need to untap and say, Like, regardless if you have Vampire Zeal or not, you need to decide if you're going to make that attack. Like, that would be a situation where if I was going to think about it, I'd try to do the thinking on my opponent's end step. Well, we can get a black finally. Alright, now we're looking for, I think we have one more pump in our deck, and we also have the +2/+2 Ascend card. That's gross. I mean, we can just trade though. Another Vanguard. Well, our opponent's flooded. I think I wait. Can start attacking next turn. Hadana's Climb? Oh, that's scary. That's like actually terrifying. I'm gonna lose to this card probably. Am I just like trading boards here? Oh, this is interesting. There's a very good likelihood we just trade boards and then I lose. Like if he draws anything. So let's say I just attack with this. He's not going to block with this, so he blocks like here and here. So now this dies, and he takes 4 down to 7. I can't beat this card. I mean, this gives me a chance, right? Like he takes 7 down to 4. And now I can make the same attack next turn? If he has a pump spell, I lose though. But then he dies on the crackback, so he can't. He can attack with the swashbuckler, but then he dies on the crackback. This feels so gross. I wish I would have drawn a spell for some follow-up here. Oh, I don't have double black. Yep, I lose. I was not paying attention to my mana. I just assumed it was like turn 12 or whatever that we'd have double black. My bad. Michelle's laughing at me from another room. I can hear her. I mean, I don't know. We seemed like we were in a rough spot. Like, Tezemak wasn't out. We could have drawn Pious Interdiction or Divine Verdict. And if we didn't make the attack, we could have blocked with Kitesail Freebooter. It's just unfortunate that, like, we freebooted him and then he ripped the climb that turn. So we had outs. It was just a misplay by my part. I did. I had different lines. I think my chances to win were slim, but I had lines to potentially win. Perhaps the mana's off and I don't have enough swamps. I would love a swamp so I can flip this as early as possible, though. Hey Noah, how's it going, man? We're just doing some sealed in preparation for the RPTQ. Yeah, I think Vanguard's better. Oh, that's not good. Definitely your wife, Dan. I'm doing the online one, 22 suited. Ooh, Moment of Triumph is good. Alright. Yeah, I'll be doing the online one on the 7th. Do I like this sealed format? Not particularly. It's very bomby in my opinion. That's what happens when all of your elder dinosaurs are rares. So this seems like a really bad block from my opponent. But it's going to work out great for us. Spend 2 life. Spend a card. Kill a Deeproot Elite. Oh, hey. The mid-April one Saturday morning. Mid-April. Online? Online, JP? Is that the one you're talking about? Pounce. I assume that's staying. So I'm a little punished here for not playing the Heartstopper. But I think I want to flip my Legion's Landing, right? Like, I'll trade this for the other land. Yeah, maybe playing this was wrong because now I can pounce it. Although if he's pouncing my Heartstopper, am I really sad? Yeah, this will be the first RPTQ I've done online, JP. Right? That's kind of where I'm at too, Mech. Like, pounce my Heartstopper, please. He's gonna do it. He did it. I mean, drawing a 2-drop there is pretty good just because I can, like, play it and still activate. You know, basically have this 1/1. What you got? Enter the Unknown. It's the one that has hexproof? Sure. Alright. Oh, you're doing the April 14th one. Isn't that like super early in the morning? Another Vanguard. I guess I'm just jamming these 1/1s, right? Or at least one of the 1/1s? Maybe not. I'm at 25. I guess it doesn't matter. I'm empty-handed. That's right. I have 2 Vanguards and a Dodonto, the first fort. Opponent says, can't beat that. Alright, Golden Demise seems good. Showed us a lot of like little flyers. I'm gonna board out the Revenant. Revenant? Crushing Canopy's a little interesting to me. So is Hunt the Week, just to be honest. I don't know if I can splash a second green card though. The Deeproot Elite was scary. Yeah. Yeah, the really early one on the 14th might be a little softer too, suited. I don't know, I think this is a very diverse pool that you could build several different ways. If you check out my Facebook post, I listed the pool if someone wants to like try to build it. You can see that I kind of built 4 different decks here. The old double Vanguard Golden Demise hand. I'll keep. Maybe I don't play anything. Maybe I like Golden Demise. Yeah, alright. I think I'm gonna play Border on 3 and like hope he puts more to the board here. Yeah, I can see that. Alright, so that's good for us. This is the flyer one, right? Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna hope he puts one more 2 toughness thing onto the board and we get to kill them both next turn. Or all of them, I should say. Oh, Sailor means. Alright, so I can just go to blocks, but then I trade all of this. Is that worth it? My follow-up will be an Aerosaur. He's certainly gonna block. Guess I don't. I'll just get my 2 for 1 and be happy with it, I guess. Wish you would have played that last turn. Alright. Kind of want to draw a lane next turn so we can start like double and triple spelling. Don't play the Deeproot Elite. Oh. Looks like he kind of tried to force some Merfolk here. I guess I'm just playing all my 2-drops because I don't really care about any of these to Pious Interdiction them. Oh, I guess I can't play them all. Alright, I'll just play my Vanguards. Would like to draw the... What's that pump spell that gives everything +2/+2 if you have Ascend? That would be good here. Oof. Oh, you know what? I can just Pious this and then attack. Yeah, okay. It's not great, but it's kind of brickwalling my team. Oh, what do we got here? Alright. That's not bad. I kind of want this to die. Is that unreasonable? Let's see, I take 8, go to 7. Takes 3. I only kill this and this. No. It's a 4-turn clock, but I'm attacking for quite a bit. Need to draw Pump Spell. There we go, there we go. Pounce. Well, thank you, kind sir. Let's see, he's at 14. This is an attack for 8. He goes to 6, 4, 1, 5, 8, 11, 12, 13. So he's going to block here and take 7, 10, go to 4. And then next turn, he has to have another blocker. Seems good to me. Wish I had another white source. Ooh, that's a good rare. Crashing Tide. Oh, that's pretty good actually. He can... Well, it's not going to be enough actually. If he leaves it on top, I think we have lethal here. Alright, he's leaving it on top. So as long as he has no spell in his hand, we're fine. Oh, no, we're not. He just... Oh, no, we are, yeah. He can't attack with both. Yeah, so we're going to take him to 1, and we're going to have 2 flyers, and he can only bounce one of them. Or we could just go for lethal. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Crashing Tide draws a card. Whoo! Hurrah! Alright, so ended up 4-1. I think I punted the game we lost and could have gone 5-0. Interestingly, we only played Tezamok 1 time, which just goes to show you that yes, bombs matter, but sometimes just having the better curve and creatures is enough, or is what you want to be doing. Like, Adanto Vanguard won us most of our games, I would say. Like, honestly, Adanto Vanguard backed up by like Divine Verdicts, and so like my original build was red-white. This was kind of like version 1. This was kind of like the lowest curve, you know, put some sea reds on the Vanguard since they're really hard to deal with. We have like finishers like Death Spitter, and then we can play a single island, and we have like Fleet Sprinter to be able to kind of finish off the last few points of damage. And then lastly, we have cards like Unfriendly Fire and Atali for just like real late game power, along with, you know, Shining Erisori and Bishop of Rebirth. But I would honestly say, you know, Adanto Vanguard did most of the work. There were a few games, you know, that were definitely other cards like Bishop of Rebirth did pretty well. But the white core of our pool was, I think, the strongest by far. This was a version we built of Jund that was just like all of the best cards, which was pretty interesting. I mean, we have a lot of 2-drops in this color. We can play Heartstopper. We have Hunt the Weak. But my concern with this one was just like how heavy we were in 6-drops. We had to play 18 lands, and we're also a 3-color deck with a single Evolving Wilds, and we're also playing cards like Relic. So this one just, I felt like we could get run over. And then we built Teamer, which is, you know, very similar to the Jund build, except that we're going blue instead of black. So Tezamok is essentially a splash. That means we have to run 2 swamps though, and we're also casting him off of cards like Sailor of Means, Prosperous Pirates, and Brazen Freebooter. I think this is the greediest but most powerful version of the deck. We also have this Tender Shot Dryad. I mean, our bombs were very good. We just needed to figure out the best way to build them. And then I reached out to Billy, and Billy said, you know, black-white with a green splash is probably the best, mostly because Tezamok and Tender Shot are 2 must-played bombs. Our deck should have probably not played this relevant and should have just had this Golden Demise main board. But I will say that Golden Demise and Adanto Vanguard do not work well together. Most of our deck died to Golden Demise, so it was kind of a nombo, but you know, we did 2 for 1 our opponent in the last game. You know, Josh Schroeder was saying blue, white, splashing red is a consideration. That's fair, Mac. I just, like, Adanto Vanguard is probably our best creature in this deck. And it is a bit of a nombo. And, like, it's pretty bad with Tender Shot Dryad as well. But I agree with you. Like, because it's in our deck, we can play around it better. One thing I will say is that we built our mana base without Golden Demise. So when I put Golden Demise in, I probably should have cut a Plains and put in a Swamp. That was a little awkward in one of our games. There's a lot of debate on, like, I don't know. Like, Josh Schroeder wants to play blue, white, splash red. And, like, while I don't hate it, I think Tezamok's just, it's too good. You just have to play it. This is, like, my first, like, I've been positive in all of my sealed events, but I've yet to 5-0 a league. Yeah, okay. Like, I really, really, really trust Billy, and obviously Mech, you know, is a great sealed player as well. So hearing you both kind of confirm this build means the world to me. You like this build except when I'm on the defense. I mean, that's fair. I do think Adanto Vanguard is obviously very bad on the draw. But I mean, we could fix that a little bit, right? Like we could bring in the 3rd pump spell and then like board out, you know, like one of these bad on the draw cards, like, you know, Fathom Fleet Border or Dust Legion Zealot isn't particularly good on the draw. I'll be right back. I think I heard Michelle get hurt. Alright, I'm bad. I'm back. Michelle did in fact hurt herself. But it was only because she's taking a hot shower and she popped a blister while she was in the shower. So now there's hot water running over the blister and it hurt the hell out of her. So when I heard her scream, it was in pain. I was worried though that she had like fell or something. So overall, this deck was very good. I mean, there's not much to say. Like, we 4-1 with it. Is there no world in which Hunt the Weak is a card we want? I guess all of our stuff's pretty small, right? Except for, like, yeah. It was pretty funny. She was cracking up when I came running in. Cobbled Wings Adanto Vanguard? That's kind of interesting. There's also like Strider Hardness Prying Blade, right? Like if I have Adanto Vanguard, I could potentially play one of those. But Cobbled Wings is actually interesting with Vanguards. I mean, we had turn 2 Adanto Vanguard a lot. And then that might have attributed to some of our success. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense, Mech. I don't know. I definitely think this was a good deck, though. Our pool was just insanely deep. I mean, 2 Dreadmaws, a Natali, a Tezamok. We had a foil rare. Friendly Fire. I mean, I think Revenant was the wrong card, though. Just wanted another 4-drop. But I think it should have been a Golden Demise, obviously. I mean, we did get like a foil rare, but we did get a junk Silent Gravestone too, so. I don't know, but that is going to be it for me tonight. I will be streaming tomorrow. We're going to do sealed all this week, all next week. I'm going to be posting the sealed pool on Facebook every night along with when I go live. So I'm going to basically jump into a league, take a picture of the pool. I'm going to order it by CMC because that's the way I like to look at it. And then we're going to, so I'll post it on Facebook. That way others can see it and post comments. And if you can't make the stream, you still have access to what our pool looked like. And then yeah, we'll build probably in the first 30 to 45 minutes. Spend some time talking about it, and then we'll jump into a league. So yeah, that's gonna be it for me tonight. If you want to watch any of these matches and didn't get a chance to, I will be posting them to Facebook shortly or YouTube shortly. And yeah, if you're not already following, hit that follow button. Last thing I want to say. Oh, hey, thanks, Meg. Appreciate the cheer, man. You get to go to #1 on the leaderboard. Just real quick though, if you play online, if you play on Moto and you're not in this giveaway, you should be. It literally costs nothing to enter, just a little bit of your time. There's also one for April. Let me give you the one for April as well. So the March one is we have 2 drawings left. We'll do one this week and then one next week. And then we'll go into April. Unfortunately, I can't do them yearly. So there's the April link. I'll be updating. You can enter now, obviously, but I won't be doing the drawings until after we're done with the March one. So I'll update the giveaway command once the March one ends. and it'll be ending next week. It ends on the 31st, right? Yeah, so it ends on Saturday. So come Saturday, you can no longer sign up for the March one, but I like to give people a week, so I won't do that final drawing until after the 31st. And then we'll be doing the April one. So it's free to enter, just a little bit of your time. Follow me on Twitch, Twitter, follow OCM, things like that. And then we pull a winner every week. You can only win once a month, but it is free, $10. So the other thing I wanted to mention is there is a Nerd Rage Gaming CT April the 14th in Chicago. The format is going to be Legacy, $40 to enter. We'll be giving a deck box to everyone who shows up. I'll be doing coverage with Matt Bamonte, and we went 4-1, Billy. I think I punted the match that we lost, though. I don't know. It was tough. Our opponent had a double striking Hadama's Climb creature, and I tried to kind of race the counters, and I think I could have lived another turn, and I just kind of got too aggressive. But I basically got another draw step. It doesn't mean we would have won, but I could have allowed myself another draw step. Yeah, no, I agree, Mech. I agree. So yeah, that's going to be it for me. I'll be on tomorrow. Thanks, guys. I appreciate everyone stopping by, giving feedback, talking about the deck. The whole point of this is to get better at Sealed, and I appreciate everyone's help tonight immensely. Thanks, guys.